Hey all, just thought I'd quickly post an update feed of what's going on in the RC flying world of me. A lot of people might have noticed that my channel's contained a lot of sort of slope soaring gliders and hotliners and things like that recently. I haven't forgotten about the warbirds. Obviously they're all still in the hangar and I still adore them every time I go in and get a model or put a model away. But just as it goes at the moment in the way of flying, I've just been recently introduced to sort of slope soaring and gliding, and it's not what I thought it would be. In fact, it's opened up a whole new RC world to me, and it's almost like I feel like a beginner again. Which is nice because I always like the challenge of trying to master a new skill. Now I got this lighting obviously a little while ago through the fact one of my friends, my flying friends, has got a little moulded hotliner. I just like the look of it, so I've got this max thrust lightning, and to be honest, when I was shopping for it, the actual look of it looked like it would be the business for what my mate's hotliner, like moulded hotliner, would do. However, obviously being a foam model, I've found that it doesn't, you don't get the energy with a foam model what you would with the equivalent moulded model. So I've done what I can with the lightning. Obviously it's fantastic for all round fun. I've really got into this model, really adore it. I've just changed the scheme on it, obviously, as you can see, to make it much more visible. Now the slope that I've been going to and practicing and flying this, there's some fantastic guys there, and really sort of giving me a lot of advice. And one of the main things is basically the aeroplane. This will fly obviously off of the slope, but something that performs off the slope, you need a moulded model. So we have now got this. So Great Plains Siren. This is a moulded hotliner. I won't be using the power on this a great deal at the slope. It's purely because it's moulded and it sort of cuts the air a little bit better. I'm still obviously learning a hell of a lot about it. But anyway, we've got this is the new addition to the hangar. I've already opened the box, been in and out of it quite a lot of times. It's I'm really happy with this aeroplane. I've been reading a lot into it. Like I say, it's a whole new world for me, so it's nice to be researching something a little bit different and just gaining extra knowledge and that sort of thing, and appreciating these for what they are. Now obviously a lot of you guys are sort of know and understand that I love me warbirds, love all the weathering of me warbirds, and obviously I've got a personal connection to the warbirds. So I've always really been into and just flying the warbirds. Now since I've been doing a bit of slope soaring and met all these other chaps and looked at their models and learnt a lot about what you need for this different type of flying, I've gone for something a little bit different to what everybody be used to me going for. However, oh, bear with me, this is hard to do with two hands. Sorry, with one hand holding the camera. Now this is what we've got to start with. Now I was absolutely amazed at this. It is absolutely, well, in my eyes, it's beautiful. This is carbon fibre airframe, as you can see. If we can get the camera to focus in properly there. It's got a gel coat on it, it's all pinstriped. And this is what's classed as a sort of warm liner to hot liner, being basically for fast F3 style aerobatics. However, being a moulded glider, it will still obviously fly on the slope. It's got a T-tail on it, which is what I like and what I've been looking for in a model to sort of introduce myself into this part of the hobby, the slope soaring. So we're on through channel. She's got no rudder, but most hotliners, as I've sort of come to understand, don't really have rudders because you don't really need them. Like I say, just planning on slope soaring this at the moment. Now, I won't go too much into the box. Obviously, everything's still bagged. It's 2 metre wingspan. Now, this airframe will hold, well, it'll run at about 500 watts. I don't recommend anything higher than 500 watts because of the wing loading. I'm a bit restricted because of the size of the fuselage. It's only small. I don't really know if you can sort of scale that, but we need to go from the inside, and we need a fairly small diameter motor, and ideally an in-runner, so that obviously it's not rubbing because the fuselage is skinny all the way along, obviously to help with penetration of the air. So what I've got laying about at the moment, what we're going to do some testing with, is one of these. Now I had this in one of my EDFs. These are used in fun jets as well. This is an E-flite DF32. This is 2150 kV, which the kV is probably a little bit too high on the recommended voltage for this motor. This is designed to run in an 80mm fan unit. I've been using this, I've used this in the past in a 70mm fan unit with really impressive results. Brilliant motor, really strong motor. So what we're going to do with this, because we're limited on size, this is a 28mm bell in runner, and it's about the limit of what we can fit inside it. And as well, when you drop everything inside, you're limited on space as the battery tray goes inside there. So this is the perfect size. I've pre-fitted it. It all fits in there. Just got to get around, obviously, the high kV of it. This is recommended to run on a 4-cell. Now, on a 4-cell E-flite, recommend this for the fun jet with a prop size of 6 by 5.5, and that will give about 800 watts power. Now, being the airframe I've got here only recommends 500. We need to come down on that, so the only step down on that and 4S would be a 5 by 5 prop, which brings us into about 560 watts. Brings it a little bit closer, but still a bit too much for what I'm looking for. I only want the power to get out of trouble, and I sort of need to use this power system because it's all we've got that will fit inside it. So we're going to basically come down to 3-cell on this, and we're going to prop up a little bit to about 7 by 5. And that should give us about 400 watts of power, which will be more than enough for what I need, because obviously I am still learning this style of flying as well. So like I say, I feel like I'm back to being a beginner, but I felt I should make a video, guys, because it's been a long while since I've been utterly impressed with a new model. And I just really love this open carbon fibre weave. You have to excuse me, that's the wine talking. Now, servo wise for this, I'm not just going to use the normal 9-gram plastic gear servos, because obviously I don't want to lose the model, and it's going to be under probably quite high strain at a lot of times. So we're going to use these little jobbies here. Can we get that to focus? No, I don't think we can get that to focus. But anyway, these are Spectrum 16-gram servos. These are the same servos that are used in the E-flite Rare Bear, which obviously, there we go, we got some focus. These are used in the E-flite Rare Bear, which obviously runs, you can run that up to 6S. And you see the way they flip around the sky and the wing loading on them, so these should do the job for the high torque that I'm looking for. They are 16 grams, but the actual casings are the same as the general sort of 9 to 10 gram servos. A bit limited on space on what we can get in the wings. So anyway, there you go, guys. That's the start of this new bug that's got me. They'll still be keeping up to date with the warbirds, but this is like I say, this is just another exciting thing that I've branched out into, and I think a lot of it is through, a lot of you know that I fly alone a lot of the time, or now and again I'll have a flying pal with me. But with the slope soaring, it's a very communal thing. There's a lot of chaps there, and there's a lot of great advice. So from here on, you should be seeing a lot more slope videos and a lot more into the build of this. I'm not going to rush with the build on this. I need to iron out a few little wrinkles that are in the wings. This is a discontinued model. I think it's been sitting on the shelf for a little while. However, it doesn't change the fact of how much of a, well, in my opinion, a beautifully made airframe this is. So anyway, there we go, guys. This is, like I say, just a quick update on what I'm feeling at the moment in the RC world, and hopefully everybody still enjoy the videos as they are, and the warbirds are not forgotten, and they still will be getting flown. But just, this is something that I'm putting all my my interest into it at the moment, as in research and that sort of thing, because obviously knowledge helps us grow. So I'm just trying to gain as much of that as I can. Well, I shall stop babbling, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Take care wherever you are. Thank you.